After his pod crashes to Earth, instead of being found by Grandpa Gohan, young Kakarot is recovered by the remnants of the Red Ribbon Army. Dr. Gero sees potential, not in destroying the boy, but in shaping him into the ultimate weapon. Trained with cybernetic enhancements, mind control conditioning, and years of brutal missions, Kakarot grows into Project Zero, a ruthless enforcer of the Red Ribbon Empire. The innocence of Goku is gone. What remains is cold, calculated power. During a battle with the real Z fighters, something awakens in Goku. Memories of another life, echoes of innocence. The bonds of mind control start to crack, and a new inner conflict ignites. Will Goku continue as a weapon, or fight for his freedom? As Goku finally breaks free, he turns on Dr. Gero and the very army that raised him. But the Red Ribbon Army anticipated betrayal, activating Project Omega, a monstrous android designed specifically to eliminate Goku. Earth faces its deadliest civil war yet. After the fall of Universe 7's Supreme Kai in a cataclysmic celestial war, the Kais of other universes gather in secret. Their decision is unanimous. Son Gohan, the warrior scholar, the balance between power and wisdom, must become the next Supreme Kai of Universe 7. As Gohan accepts the divine burden, he's infused with the Kaioshin essence. His latent potential explodes beyond even Ultra Instinct. Now bearing cosmic duties, he begins reshaping the balance between gods and mortals. But not all gods agree. Beerus sees Gohan's reforms as a threat to his dominion. Whis stands neutral. And in the shadows, the resurrected Zamasu prepares to test Gohan's divine resolve by shattering the mortal world he swore to protect. In a climactic divine war, Gohan unleashes his new form, Supreme Mystic Kai, neither mortal nor god, but something greater. The universe watches as the fate of all creation rests in the hands of the once quiet scholar who now stands as the supreme protector. An unexpected twist of fate, from the warrior prince of the Saiyans to the highest deity in the universe. Vegeta, the proud and fierce, has now inherited the mantle of the Supreme Kai. What happens when a fighter destined for destruction becomes the guardian of creation? The Saiyan prince, once consumed by his desire for power, has been chosen for a role far beyond the battlefield. With the power of the Supreme Kai coursing through him, Vegeta must adapt to his new responsibility. But can a warrior like him ever truly let go of his pride? Vegeta's pride clashes with his duty. As Supreme Kai, he must create and protect, but the nature of his Saiyan heart craves destruction. In the silence of his new realm, Vegeta is forced to confront the very essence of who he is. But even a god cannot escape the forces of chaos. A new threat emerges from the shadows of the universe, a being who seeks to unravel creation itself. Can Vegeta, now the Supreme Kai, prevent this dark force from destroying everything he has sworn to protect? The time has come. Vegeta, the Supreme Kai, faces the ultimate battle, not only for the universe, but for his own soul. Will he conquer his inner demons, or will the Saiyan warrior fall to the darkness he once embodied? From the hero who saved the universe countless times, Goku's fate takes a shocking turn. Instead of becoming the protector, he is chosen to become the destroyer. As the god of destruction, Goku must learn to embrace his new role, one that demands destruction and chaos instead of growth and creation. What happens when Goku is the one tasked with ending worlds? Goku, always known for his boundless energy and compassion, now finds himself imbued with an overwhelming power. As the new god of destruction, he is tasked with wiping out entire civilizations, a job that challenges everything he believes in. Can Goku reconcile his love for life with his new, destructive duties? The first destruction is always the hardest. Goku, who once fought to protect life, now faces the immense weight of extinguishing it. As he watches worlds crumble at his hands, doubts begin to creep in. Can he truly embrace the role of a destroyer, or will his heart betray him? Beerus, the god of destruction who once mentored Goku, now watches with a wary eye as his pupil embraces his new power. Will Goku become a true god of destruction, or will his compassion for life pull him back into the path of a hero? As Goku stands at the crossroads of his destiny, the universe itself trembles. The gods of destruction have always been merciless, But can Goku bring a new path to their ancient order? The question remains, will he follow his heart and return to the side of creation, or will he fully embrace his dark fate? Frieza, the tyrant who has terrorized countless planets, is given the unthinkable opportunity to become the Supreme Kai, the ruler of all life and creation. A creature of pure destruction now tasked with creating and maintaining balance. How will the universe cope with a Supreme Kai who has no regard for life, but has the power to shape all of it? After his defeat at the hands of Goku, Frieza's life should have ended. But in a twist of fate, he is resurrected and presented with an offer he can't refuse, the role of Supreme Kai. With his new power, Frieza is tasked with overseeing life and creation, a responsibility that is completely foreign to him. Can someone so consumed by hatred ever learn the true meaning of balance? The gods of destruction, Beerus and Kampa, watch from the shadows as Frieza takes his place as Supreme Kai. They are wary, sensing the darkness within him. But as Frieza's power grows, so does his ability to challenge the other gods. Will he reshape the universe to his will, or will the other gods intervene before it's too late? Frieza, once a conqueror of planets, now holds the power to create or destroy life. But his hatred for the universe and his desire for ultimate control continue to drive him. As the other gods confront him, a war of divine will looms. Will Frieza embrace his role as the Supreme Kai, or will his thirst for domination lead to the downfall of the universe itself? After defeating the greatest threats in the universe, Goku is presented with an offer that could change the entire fabric of existence. What if Goku, the Saiyan warrior known for his limitless potential, was chosen to become the Supreme Kai of all universes? A being with the power to shape reality itself, holding dominion over life and death. How would Goku's ideals of fighting for the greater good translate when faced with the responsibility of controlling an entire multiverse? After Goku's victories over the most powerful enemies in the universe, including the gods themselves, a mysterious figure offers him a choice: ascend to the throne of Supreme Kai, the highest position in existence. For a warrior who has always sought strength, this position seems too powerful to resist. But Goku's heart, pure and filled with a warrior's love for battle, might not be ready for the burden of responsibility that comes with such power. As Goku takes his place as the Supreme Kai of all universes, he quickly realizes that the weight of creation and destruction is not as simple as he imagined. Each universe operates under its own laws, and he must oversee every aspect of existence. With the fate of billions of lives in his hands, Goku begins to question whether his desire for battle can truly coexist with the peace he must enforce as a ruler. While Goku settles into his new role, the other gods, including Beerus and Whis, watch with suspicion. They are unsure whether Goku, a mortal, can handle the delicate balance of universal order. But when Goku's first decision leads to unexpected consequences, the gods step in, challenging Goku's power and questioning his methods. Can Goku prove that a warrior's heart can govern the multiverse? As the universe begins to fall into chaos, Goku faces his greatest test yet. A powerful cosmic entity threatens to unravel the fabric of existence itself. Goku must choose. Does he fight to preserve the multiverse, risking his own life, or does he abandon his ideals to preserve the order of creation at any cost? The ultimate question arises: can a warrior maintain peace, or is conflict inescapable? In the deepest corners of the universe, a secret power lies dormant, waiting to be awakened. A power only known to the gods. What if Goku, the Saiyan warrior, unlocked that power, becoming something greater than ever before? A true Saiyan god. With a single breath, Goku's power surged, overwhelming everything in its wake. The cosmos trembled as he ascended, his form becoming radiant with godlike energy. No longer just a Saiyan, he was a being beyond comprehension. As Goku stood before the gods of the universe, the air thickened with tension. They watched in awe, for they had never seen a mortal ascend to such heights. Goku's power was a challenge to their very existence. Could he stand as their equal, or would the gods strike him down? Without hesitation, the first god attacked. A strike of unimaginable force was sent straight for Goku. But Goku, now in his Saiyan god form, effortlessly dodged the attack and countered with a blast of energy that could shake the universe itself. The gods unleashed their full wrath upon Goku, but he stood his ground. His power was a torrent of divine energy, crashing against the might of the gods. The fate of the universe rested on the outcome of this battle. Would Goku's strength be enough to challenge the gods themselves? Vegeta, the prince of all Saiyans, was always considered one of the strongest warriors in the universe. But what if he was born with an extraordinary power, a power so immense that it marked him as the destined ruler of the Saiyan race? In a reality where Vegeta's strength eclipses even that of Goku, the universe would tremble at his potential. From the moment of his birth, Vegeta's power was off the charts. Unlike any other Saiyan before him, his strength was unmatched, even in his infancy. His very presence exuded authority and fear. His destiny was sealed, not to be a follower, but to lead the Saiyan people to greatness. Vegeta's immense strength did not go unnoticed, even by his own father, King Vegeta. The king, feeling threatened by his son's rising power, challenged him to a duel, thinking he could suppress the young prince's ambition. But Vegeta, now fully aware of his dominance, accepted the challenge with a cold smile. The battle between father and son was nothing short of legendary. King Vegeta fought with all his might, but Vegeta's strength was far beyond anything the king had ever known. Every attack the king launched was effortlessly dodged, and each strike Vegeta delivered seemed to shake the very core of the planet. This was no ordinary father-son rivalry. It was a battle of gods. With one final blow, Vegeta struck down King Vegeta, marking the beginning of a new era for the Saiyan people. His father's death was not out of malice, but out of necessity. Vegeta was born to lead. No longer a prince, he now ruled as the ultimate Saiyan, with a power that could rival the gods themselves. Goku, the iconic hero of Dragon Ball, is known for his unwavering sense of justice and his relentless pursuit of strength. But what if the story was different? What if the Saiyan child, sent to Earth, was not the kind-hearted warrior we know, but a ruthless villain from the very beginning? A force of destruction with a single goal, total domination. Goku lands on Earth, but instead of being greeted with kindness, he arrives with fire and fury. His first task, to eliminate anyone who dares stand in his way. With the destructive power of a Saiyan warrior, the planet begins to tremble as Goku sets his sights on Earth's strongest fighters. No longer the naive boy, Goku's mission is clear: conquer and destroy. The Z fighters, Earth's last line of defense, are no match for the wrath of Goku. Vegeta, Piccolo, and the others try to resist, but Goku's overwhelming power leaves them powerless. He unleashes wave after wave of energy blasts, tearing through the Z fighters' defenses. Even the mighty Goku's rivals find themselves unable to stand against the might of a Saiyan that was never meant to protect, but to dominate. As Goku's reign of terror continues, word of his conquest spreads throughout the universe. The gods, the Kais, and the angels begin to take notice of this rogue Saiyan, whose power is beginning to rival even that of the gods themselves. With the balance of the universe at risk, the strongest beings in existence must come together to stop Goku's tyranny. But can anyone truly stand against the might of a Saiyan who was born to rule? The universe's last hope lies in the hands of those who would oppose Goku. A final, epic showdown is set to take place. Goku, the tyrant of the universe, facing off against the gods, the Kais, and the last remnants of the Z fighters. With the universe's future at stake, the battle will determine whether Goku's reign of terror can be stopped, or if he will become the new ruler of everything. Frieza, the tyrant feared across the universe, is a name synonymous with destruction, cruelty, and the ultimate villainy in Dragon Ball lore. But what if Frieza, instead of seeking domination, sought peace and redemption? What if the ruthless emperor turned out to be an unlikely hero, a defender of the universe? This is the story of Frieza as a force for good. Frieza's transformation begins the moment he is defeated by Goku on Namek. Instead of returning to his old ways, Frieza reflects on the destruction he's caused and the lives he's taken. Stricken by guilt, he swears to change and use his power for the greater good. But this shift isn't easy. The universe has known him as a tyrant for so long that few believe his change is genuine. Yet, Frieza is determined. He must prove himself. Frieza's first test comes when a planet in his former empire is attacked by an unknown enemy. Instead of destroying the planet to assert his dominance, Frieza steps in to defend it. In a battle that surprises even his former allies, Frieza shows that he can be a protector rather than a conqueror. His overwhelming strength is used to safeguard innocent lives, earning him the first seeds of trust from the galaxy's inhabitants. As Frieza begins to carve out a new path, his old allies come to challenge him. The remnants of the Galactic Empire, led by the likes of Zarbon, Dodoria, and even the Ginyu Force, are not pleased with his turn towards heroism. They confront him, accusing him of betrayal and weakness. A brutal battle ensues, with Frieza facing off against his former comrades, not as a tyrant, but as someone defending what is right. Frieza's final test of redemption comes when a massive cosmic threat emerges, one that even the gods of destruction cannot contain. As the universe stands on the brink of annihilation, Frieza steps forward to face this new enemy. In a fight that will test his resolve and power like never before, Frieza is pushed to his limits. In the end, he makes the ultimate sacrifice to save the universe, proving that even the darkest of souls can find redemption.